Hey there everyone, this is MarkyMan64 here, welcoming you back to another episode of Let's Play Human Fall Flat. This time it's on the PS5, so we've changed from the PS4 backwards compatibility, which we started a few episodes ago. We started this LP on the Switch, we then went into the PS4 backwards compatibility, I think. I don't think I was ever actually on the PS4. I think I had got the PS5 by the time the next episode came out. I might be wrong about that. I don't remember. It was a while ago. So this is my return after a little bit of a break. The last episode of this was my previous video that I recorded. So we are going to select level. I'm no longer complaining about this going on and on and on because I'm quite impressed with how they've dealt with this now. Now we've kind of finished the main game, which I now kind of go through pretty quickly. I play it fairly quickly because I do like skips and things like that. I've learned them a bit better. But yes, we've now got the extra dreams, which I mean we've had them for a while now. So anyway, the last episode was forest. This is laboratory, which I did replay the other day because it took me a few hours to do the first time I played it. So we will see how quickly it takes this time. It took me about 45 minutes the other day. I've been trying to record this for a few days, but yeah, just life has been getting in the way for the past few months, to be honest. It was a busy kind of Christmas period, and now we are into the final week of February 2022 at time of recording. We are the 26th of February, so yes, the final few days of this month. But yes, so these power ball things here, the orbs, you move them from one place to another, basically, and sometimes removing them does things, and sometimes adding them to other places does other things. But yeah, this is most of what took me the most time, was these pads here, and knowing how much I press forward and how much I just let the throw happen. So I've kind of found a bit of a balance, I say, as I do that. Actually, there is an alternative way to do all this. You can use the magnet to get up there, which we will be using for the next one, but I'd rather do this way. I think you can use the magnets anyway. Kind of find that balance between pressing forward and there's a room coming up, which we'll get to. That is even more complicated as far as knowing when to press forward and when to just let it happen, and where to stand on that on the spring, whatever you want to call it. So there you go, there's one. That was easy enough. And now we're going to do the second one, which requires us to get over to there. There's a few ways to do that. You can go right round the room and then swing on the magnet to get over there. The other way is just to take a magnet ride. So to do that, we need to first of all switch off the magnet here. If I can do that, let me press the button. There we go. Okay, so that's switched off the magnet. It has fallen down. It's an electromagnet. So then we turn this round so that it's vaguely round here, right? And then I suppose you can do it a little further. Does this lift it up? I think it does, doesn't it? You do this. then turn the magnet back on, and then go around here and grab this magnet. Which I don't know like how this works. Like, that's an electromagnet, but this is a magnet that is not an electromagnet. So like, that is able to lift things that are metal. Yeah, so then just jump up and let this bring you up. So anyway, this is going to switch off, or this is going to open up the roof to this place. Now the first time I did this, I dropped myself down into that hole. If you do drop yourself down into here, then it respawns. Like it's kind of like a deceptive like black hole down here on the other side of this glass, which I suppose I could show you, but at the same time I'm wanting to get through this preferably in one episode. If I can do this in like the same amount of time, then it would just be a slightly longer episode. I don't really want to go beyond that, but there is a bit coming up that, as I've already hinted at, that's a bit more complicated than this. As with the other levels, it kind of teaches you some things and then like goes and expands on that. So we shall see how long it will take. But it'll probably be, if it's multiple episodes, then it'll probably be another case of a post commentary intro and outro for that episode. So if I press this now, it's not able to quite pick it up there, so we need to drop it down. There we go, and then lift it back up. Again, I could show you like the black hole thing, but it feels like that would be a slight time waster. Just trust me, you just respawn and then you need to reset yourself. Is it not reset yourself, because that makes it sound like it puts you back to like reset checkpoint, but doesn't. It just makes you respawn where you were. So these doors open thusly. Open like that. There we go. Okay, so this is a room that could take a while, or it could behave itself. So basically we're going for, we're trying to fill up 1, 2, and then 3 is just back here, with these power orbs. So first of all we want to go up here, because we want to go and press this button. Just watch the ceiling up here, and yeah, you can go right over the top of it. So you do need to know, or you need to kind of figure out where you stand on this, as I've already said, where you stand on it, and also like how much you press forward or back, as the case may be here. Okay, there we go. I didn't think we were going to make that, to be honest, but we made it. So that's going to pull these up, and these are platforms that you kind of need to aim for the actual platform. You can get it if you go in the ceiling, but the ceiling is like the wrong size to do that, without kind of bit of trickery. But I'll probably need to show you in a few minutes what I mean by that. Yeah, so you kinda need to aim not for the roof of this. It's alright if I land on that, but see if I can. No, I can't land on that from there. I want to climb up here, and then I'm wanting to put that down, try not to let it fall from there, and then I'm turning it to number 1. I don't think it matters between 1 and 2. Just as long as, well, I don't know. I'm just guessing there. Because number 2, well, I'm imagining number 1 and number 2, then, spoilers, then lift or move those doors out the way so that I can then get over there, to get behind here and to get to the third orb. Which the first time I did it took a long time, and then the other day didn't take that long. But we'll see which of those two options I go for today. Talking as if that was intentional that it took so long. So yeah, number 2, I think it's next to the wall, right? So it's, again, just, yeah, I mean, I've landed up here now, but you can get down. It's just a bit of a noogle down here. So I'm grabbing on that way, and I've kind of grabbed it. There we go. Okay, and then see if I can get down. Yeah, there you go. Okay, because like there's a lip on this ceiling of those things that like could get in the way, or if I just drop down from the ceiling up there, then I would be too far out, basically. So then put this here, because when you turn this round, that can kind of whack against the ball if it's too close to this platform. So yes, so number 2, I want to go up there. Don't think it matters what orb is number 1 in the number 1 slot and what orb is in number 2. I don't think that matters. Yeah, just keep it going, stop. Let's see that. I think that's gonna get up there. Just remember the orb, because there's no point in getting up there if you don't have that with you. Just bear in mind that with the orb in your hand, you can't like grab onto anything, or like once you're up here, so like try to aim, and that kinda is the easiest way to do it. And then the alarm's gonna go off, and that is probably gonna open this up, right? Yep. I don't know why I said that with such a delay, like it was already doing it, and I was like, it's gonna do that, right? Okay, so then climb up here, and this is where it started to get a bit more challenging for me, because like you can do one part of this and you'll see it like it's in multiple parts here. Do one part and then like you get to the second one, and if you fail at that, then you're back to the first one, and then like you could then get used to the second one. No. Right, okay. I stand at the first. Okay, that just about did it. But if I stand at the first light and don't press forward, then it seems to work how I want it to. Just press forward a little bit there, but yeah, there you go. That took so long when I first did this level. So wait for this to open up, and we're back down here again. Yeah, that is even quicker than the other day as well. I think anyway. So then number 3 is over here, so we want to get that as close as possible. I don't really want to be touching it necessarily, but just watch your arm will pull it if it's locked in there. And as I said, when you're turning around that way, just make sure that this is far enough away. And remember that you're going to need to drop down here rather than on top. Don't worry if that misses it, if it doesn't catch it. Just remove it and then it'll pull out the way. Now the platform's already in position. And so I love the little I love the little jump that he does there when he's on that platform. So I'm on the wall, drop down and open this door. I love how it just kind of blends in with the wall. It's a nice design. Okay. So then this room is pretty basic in that we just need to pull these back. They power this console in the middle, and just one of these kind of multi-step things. You do this and then that happens and then this happens and etc, etc. Why is this not pulling out? There we go. Okay, and then last one. And then that lifts platforms up for me. And then this button that has been powered then opens these doors. So then there's another room beyond where I need to open another set of doors. And if I climb up here, I'll get these one at a time, drop them down, and then grab them two at a time. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But if I put this over here, basically you're completing the circuit on the gun turret, which you will see in the middle of the next room. You need to power it or unpower the thing around it. That means that we can get to it and fire it. So if you come back here, drop that down there. So yeah, so as I said, for those who are watching this, like, you know, with episode 1 to 20 so far, you might not realise, but it has been a bit of a gap between the last episode. I think it's been like 8 or 9 months. It is just because things have been busy, work's been busy, life's been busy, the world has been busy. As I mean, if you check the dates of this, it might not be the situation anymore, I don't know, but the whole world has seemed pretty busy the past few years, so we are still in that situation. And okay, I'm trying to grab this one with this hand, not the floor, this with this hand, this with this hand, there we go. Okay, now I can go over here, and I don't think that's it. I think this might be one of them. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then go over here, I think. Yep. Okay. So you just need to go, like, walk over them, and if you're holding one that's meant to go there, then it'll kind of magnetically go into place. So that's handy. So then you power this up and it drops down, and now we've got this turret gun. Now if you get all the 4 targets in one go, that is one of the trophies in this level. Another one is to drop the orbs into the lava, which the lava appears at different points in this level, including, spoilers, the end, but it's also at the beginning of the level as well. But aiming this gun, famous last words, aiming this gun is fairly easy because it just has the laser thing at the end, and it doesn't kind of turn, it can't turn other than pressing the buttons. Don't worry, that ball will respawn in its turret and the weapon hold, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, there have been quite a few aiming systems in the game so far, like trebuchets and things like that are a lot more complicated because you affect the aim, and also it doesn't have a laser pointer at the end, whereas this does. So pressing 2 of them will open these doors, and I'm just going to open all 4. I keep doing the wrong control here. Just going to open all 4 because there's no harm in doing that. It means that all the doors are open for me. Just bear in mind that where that ball, the cannonball appears from, doesn't move. That sometimes really confuses me. I'm saying sometimes, like I've played this level twice now, but both times I've got really confused and went to the left hand side to try and find the cannonball, and it's like sitting here. Yeah, that sounds silly, but I mean it is kind of silly. Right, okay, so anyway, bringing this round to this lower one down here, so we're going to want to drop that down and then turn it a little more. Yeah, I think that's on. Grab the cannonball again. And then fire it over there. So that's going to open that door over there, and that's actually going to give us 3 orbs that side. We're basically getting 4 orbs, so that's going to give us 3 of them, and pretty much is going to give us them. So I'm going to go for this orb first, which is a bit more of a task than the other side, which, like I said, kind of just gives us them under the guise of doing stuff. So anyway, we are going to drop down and miss that entirely. I knew I was going to do it. Okay. Try not to do that again. Try to get it this time. And there we go. And then get to the next one. There we go. This kind of reminds me of Portal. One of the rooms in that, one of the, like when you're escaping, is very similar to this, where you're getting on top of platforms like this and going to the other side of the room. Unlike there, these don't retract right the way in. But yeah, it always reminds me of that. Speaking of which, the Portal collection has been announced on the Switch. We don't yet know what month it comes out, but I'm definitely going to get it. Like, it'll be fun to play again, and I mean, I know I can play on multiple consoles at the moment, but I do prefer to play on console games like that, because you kind of need to have like walking and looking movement without kind of struggling with that. Just put it down. There we go. So I'm kind of looking forward to having it on the console. I would prefer it on the PlayStation, I think, just because I don't know how it's going to perform. especially Portal 2. Now I know that they're slightly older games as well, but yeah, sorry, I'm not commenting on what's happening. They're fans, and I step into them and they take me in different directions, but I don't need to aim it, I just let it happen. Oh, the laser kind of continues and then just kind of stops here. That's weird. It's not been programmed to stop with the object. Yeah, put that to the other side and then I can grab the other two both together. So yeah, I would prefer it on the PlayStation just because I don't want it to compromise in any way. I know that they're slightly older games, so that might not be an issue. But I remember when Cube came out, which I mean is similar to it in lots of different ways. Like not least the kind of puzzle element, but I also see it as kind of like on par with it graphically. And at first on the Switch it struggled, but it's since like been improved. But I remember at first like there was a lot of pop in with the environment and stuff, and there's a lot of similar environmental things in the certainly Portal 2. But we'll see, it might be alright. In fact, it probably will. I'm going to guess that it probably will be alright. Did I climb up this one first? I think so, right? So then I climb up this one. And as I said, like, you completely let it happen in this puzzle. Like, you don't need to do anything. It'll take you where you need to go. I'm completely not controlling the controller right now. Okay, and then drop down here. And then if I grab the other orb with the other hand, then I don't need to keep coming back here. Efficiency and all, you know. Let's see if I can put this in with one hand. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then there we go. So 4 of them means that this door will open and let me through. And then behind it is a tiny little door, like huge massive door. Sorry by the way if you feel motion sick by watching this sort of game. I know my friend James gets motion sick when he even watches this kind of game, so sorry about that. Okay. So then let that open. And then we're outside. So this is where the lava is that I was talking about earlier on. Some sort of damage has happened here. It looks like this was originally inside, and then it's like had some sort of disaster to mean that it's outside. So if you drop one of these orbs into the lava, it is another trophy, but since I've got the trophies I won't be doing that. I actually played the level originally blind the first time, and then the other day was just to kind of clear the trophies so that I wouldn't have any of the trophies pop when I was playing. So then we just need to put the orb. Did I put that orb in there? Yeah. Move the orb to the other platforms, and that will mean that I can power something, and you'll see that soon. Again, you kind of wonder what happened to this civilization, or these civilizations, because you don't need to assume that they're from the same civilization as any of the previous levels, because we're kind of going through space and time as well. So we're like medieval times and all different situations, futuristic and So, yeah, put this in there. There we go. And that is all of them, right? Or is there one more? Is that the last one over there? Yeah, it's the last one over there. So then just step into it. And I slightly press the controller there just to get over here. And then I'm lowering that down. And that light switches off. Now this kind of reminds me of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which it reminds me of it in a good way, because you don't really want to be reminded of that movie too much, but it reminds me in a good way, like the scene where the spaceship goes to the other dimension or something. It's been a while since I've watched that movie, but I think something like that happens in it. Okay, and then it blows up. As of course it does. Speaking of Indiana Jones, recently, like this past year, my city has turned into a pretty good spot for movies being created. And one of them is the 5th Indiana Jones movie, which maybe if you're watching this you'll know what it's called, but we don't know yet what it's called. And that a lot of scenes, or some scenes, have been filmed in my city, and like around the country as well. The music is so loud. It's so dramatic, but yeah, that's one of the movies that have been filmed here. But anyway, I am going to leave it there, folks. That would have been one episode, which didn't take long at all, did it? So yeah, it was like 10 minutes shorter than the other day. Great. So anyway, join us again for another episode of Let's Play Human Fall Flat on the PS5. I was about to say Nintendo Switch there, but it's not. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. Thanks everyone for watching. See you later. Bye bye.